Gonna grin and bear it, gonna find popularity.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the biggest success stories of popular actors later transitioning into the music industry.
I'm still in love.
Number 20, Leighton Meester.
You and Nate get back together?
You mean since Gossip Girl published pictures of him and some skank?
So that's a no.
The role of Blair Waldorf on Gossip Girl revealed that Leighton Meester has the stylish presence of a proper idol. 2009 then unveiled her singing chops with the awesome New Republic collab, Birthday, and a guest spot on the Cobra Starship hit Good Girls Go Bad.
I know you're tired, boy, you're dangerous. Yeah, you're that guy. I'd be stupid to trust.
After rounding out the year with Somebody to Love featuring Robin Thicke, Meester gradually built her rebrand through singles and soundtracks.
Brush my teeth anyway. Got dressed through the mess and put a smile on my face.
Finally, the 2014 launch of her label Hotly Wanting and the chart-topping indie album Heartstrings set the stage for a huge career.
Tie my heartstrings.
Instead, Meester quickly became disillusioned with pop music. She has since focused on acting and building a family with husband Adam Brody. The fans sustained the legend of her brief pop stardom.
I am the captain of the ship, and before you meet the only important passenger on board, I need to know you understand the rules.
Aye, aye, Captain.
No, the ship stuff is only for me.
Number 19, Sophie Thatcher.
I don't know, that South Park musical kind of makes fun of us.
I listened to some of the songs and they're actually pretty funny.
The tough yet ethereal charisma that made Sophie Thatcher a screen sensation still couldn't prepare you for her experimental songwriting. She comes from a musical family and has endeared fans with tastes that run the gamut from Elliott Smith to Peter Ivers. After years of experimenting with instruments and band camp in her teens, Thatcher dropped the EP Pivot and Scrape in 2024. The almost incomparable odyssey of lo-fi, avant-garde pop, and rock won universal acclaim. An eerie cover of Bob Dylan's Knockin' on Heaven's Door for the Heretic soundtrack was an even bigger hit on streaming.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
While her music career is still in the early stages, there seem to be no limits to Thatcher's creativity and resonance as an artist. Number 18, Bruce Willis.
I was feeling so bad. I asked my family doctor just what I had.
Action fans now take for granted that Bruce Willis started in dramedy. Never mind his musical venture following his breakout on ABC's Moonlighting. The Macho Man showed his vulnerable side with the novel R&B album The Return of Bruno, released in 1987 through Motown Records. A companion mockumentary on HBO presented the stage persona Bruno Radolini as an industry legend coming out of retirement, but the album was a legitimate hit, cracking the Billboard Top 20 after a cover of Respect Yourself with June Pointer landed at number 4 as a single. With Die Hard marking a movie star rebrand, Willis stepped away from music after the 80s. Of course, the occasional live performance reminded us of how versatile this artist's legacy is.
I swear she can fly. Yes, I swear to God can fly.
Number 17, Juliette Lewis. The dark depths of 90s alternative was practically embodied in Juliette Lewis's revered film career, and yet she didn't really get into music professionally until the formation of Juliette and the Licks in the mid-2000s. Their style may have been too anachronistic for the mainstream, but their credible edge behind a 90s icon's powerful voice and stage energy inspired a dedicated cult following.
My love, you got me spinning like a winter toy. I keep
The Licks disbanded in 2009 following 2 well-received albums, reuniting 6 years later as a live act. All the while, Lewis settled her status as an indie darling with solo albums and tours. Whatever's next for her music career, it's sure to grab the audience's attention. Number 16, Steve Martin. Vaudeville influences distinguished Steve Martin as a comedy act going into the 1970s. The thing is, his skills on the banjo are no joke. Martin's satirical virtuoso bluegrass developed from the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour into a staple of his stand-up routines. He got more serious about music after becoming a movie star, albeit with hilarious novelty songs like the hit nitty-gritty dirt band mashup King Tut.
Now when he was a young man, he never thought he'd see people stand in line to see the boy King. King Tut. How'd you get so funky?
He also displayed theatrical vocals in the musical films Pennies from Heaven and Little Shop of Horrors.
I am your dentist, and I enjoy the career that I picked.
Over the years, Martin has adopted more reverence in bluegrass revival by collaborating with the likes of Edie Brickell. His old-fashioned artistry has given us plenty of laughs, but it's become equally moving in its legitimacy.
Ain't no woman ever shut me down, ever seen a truck like this. How about a little kiss, you pretty little one?
Number 15, Hilary Duff.
Hey, we really shook things up, didn't we? From now on, people are going to treat us differently.
One of the defining teen idols of the 2000s wasn't actually an overnight success. Hilary Duff spent years doing uncredited parts as a child actress before landing the lead in Casper Meets Wendy. She was still 3 years away from the Disney Channel's Lizzie McGuire and another year from showing fans the extent of her talent. The singer's breakout album, Metamorphosis, ranked number 2 on the Billboard 2000. As did her namesake follow-up. Her immense success inspired Disney to invest more in teen actor-singers. But as Duff matured, so too did her roles, music, and entrepreneurship. Her status has steadily softened, but Duff remains respected for the hard work it took to become a screen star, then a pop star. Number 14, Jeff Goldblum. Since the 1970s, Jeff Goldblum has enchanted audiences with his dapper charms and crooning voice. It shouldn't surprise anyone that he has a background in jazz. However, he rarely displayed his skills on piano and vocals after his acting career took off from working gigs in his teens. Goldblum quietly performed the Mildred Snitzer Orchestra as a touring act in the 90s, whose first album wasn't until 2018.
Well, my Jeffy don't care.
The Capitol studio sessions topped Billboard's jazz chart. Since then, Goldblum has enjoyed great commercial and critical success by pushing music more to the front of his long distinguished career. The truth is that he's had a lifetime of cultivating the talent and coolness to be a jazz star.
Every time we say goodbye.
Number 13, Zooey Deschanel.
What you got under your coat?
It's unfair that we can't listen to our music.
It's because it is about drugs and promiscuous sex.
Simon and Garfunkel is poetry.
Yes, it's poetry. It is the poetry of drugs and promiscuous sex.
Though she comes from a showbiz family, Zooey Deschanel's artistry wasn't just confined to the screen. The actress first endeared music fans as Anita Miller in the cult classic Almost Famous. As she continued to build a warm presence in film and television, Deschanel further delighted fans with jazz and folk-influenced indie pop. It all began with collaborating with Samantha Shelton on the cabaret project If All the Stars Were Pretty Babies. But only after hearing Deschanel singing in Elf was M. Ward moved to form the Grammy-nominated duo She and Him. Before long, Deschanel's music and acting career were intertwined. She's a prime example of an indie darling going mainstream in more than one medium. Number 12. Brigitte Bardot.
Qu'est-ce qui t'arrive?
Vous voyez pas que je m'amuse?
Alors viens, ça suffit.
Vous connaissez un pays où les gens ne pensent qu'à danser et à rire.
One of the great beauty icons of her day was much more than that, and an esteemed actress. Brigitte Bardot was such a superstar by the time her 1963 debut album was released that it was simply titled Brigitte Bardot Sings. Sure enough, her pop music was a sensation in France, contributing to the popularization of the Yéyé movement. Her regular collaborations with Serge Gainsbourg yielded the international classic Bonnie and Clyde in 1968.
Chaque fois qu'un policeman se fait buter, qu'un garage ou qu'une banque se fait braquer.
Then in 1973, Bardot shockingly retired from music along with acting to focus on animal rights and political activism. She leaves behind a towering legacy on the screen, with French pop fans also recognizing her as a legend.
Pour cette nouvelle année qui vient de recommencer, je voudrais vous dire un seul mot, c'est rigolo.
Number 11. Kevin Bacon. It was enough of a surprise when Kevin Bacon's dance moves in Footloose broke him as a leading man. 11 years later, the world found out he could do more than move to the music. He and music scholar brother Michael formed the Bacon Brothers as a country rock act with a Philly soul twist. Slowly but surely, they've built a cult following alongside Kevin's mainstream success on the screen.
I read all about 10,000 hours, fingers to the bone and break my back.
Finally, they cracked the top 20 on the Billboard Americana chart with their 2014 album, 36 Cents.
Just have 36 cents and a couple of Fender medium flat picks. It's all it's gonna be.
The Bacon Brothers are now well respected in their genre, whatever they may mean by the term foro soco. Kevin just wants you to know that he's not the only superstar in the family.
We belong together.
Number 10. Sabrina Carpenter.
Hello. I'm Bucky McBoing. I got a great-grandson who's a ranger Rick and a hop along and a Sundance too. Everybody!
We almost forget the initial career path of one of the biggest pop stars of the 2020s. Sabrina Carpenter first became a teen idol through Disney shows like Sophia the First and Girl Meets World. She's also done edgier fare, with her first lead film role being the acclaimed indie drama, The Short History of the Long Road. And then came Nonsense, in the best way.
I don't even know I'm talking nonsense. I'm talking all around the clock.
After signing with Hollywood Records in 2014, Carpenter won a Radio Disney Music Award for the EP Can't Blame a Girl for Trying. She has since climbed the charts with each album, culminating in 2024's Grammy-winning mega hit Short and Sweet. Carpenter's uniquely self-aware pop persona has effectively eclipsed her more serious performances, but there's no doubting her range. Number 9. Richard Harris.
In my heart, I just yearn for you only.
Before highlighting the world of musical theater, Richard Harris was a renowned stage dramatist who successfully transitioned to film. He eventually reversed course by adapting his Golden Globe-winning portrayal of King Arthur in Camelot for Broadway in the 80s. The film had already established Harris as a confident classical vocalist for 60s and 70s pop. His and legendary songwriter Jimmy Webb's biggest hit, MacArthur Park, won a Grammy and was covered by several music icons.
MacArthur's Park is melting in the dark, all the sweet green ice flowing down.
Otherwise, Harris's music career was modest, as he lacked formal training and approached singing as another form of acting. Nonetheless, his passion for it left an impact worthy of his stature as an elevated artist embraced by the mainstream.
We almost sang our song in tune, didn't we, girl?
Number 8. Seth MacFarlane.
You'll find that music will go a long way.
Trained by the couple who taught Frank Sinatra, Seth MacFarlane immediately established his vocal range as the co-creator and star of several animated sitcoms. Theatrical musical numbers became a staple of the comedian and voice actor's projects before the 2011 album Music is Better Than Words topped the iTunes jazz charts.
Music is better than words.
MacFarlane and longtime arranger-producer Joel McNeely have collaborated with the likes of Norah Jones, Sarah Bareilles, and Liz Gillies.
But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all?
And with their musical breakout have come several Grammy nominations, holiday and award shows, and public preservation of classic jazz. The golden-voiced MacFarlane's comedy may not be for the whole family, but he has become a true traditional pop star for the modern age.
Nothing but blue skies do I see.
Number 7. Jamie Foxx.
Well, I guess if you say so, I'll have to pack my things and go. That's right, hit the road, Jack.
It was a historic career shift when comedic actor Jamie Foxx won an Academy Award for playing the father of R&B in Ray. But his first serious foray into the genre was 10 years prior, with the modestly successful album Peep This. He was next heard as a featured vocalist with Kanye West on Twista's chart-topping, Grammy-nominated 2003 track Slow Jams. West and Foxx then won the Grammy with Gold Digger.
Get down, girl, go ahead, get down. Get down, girl, go ahead, get down.
The clearly versatile actor has since returned to a solo music career with a few platinum records and another Grammy to his name. Foxx asserts that music was his first connection to the arts before it solidified him as a rare caliber of Renaissance man.
Well, I'm supposed to be alive today, but now.
Number 6. Taylor Momsen.
Where are you, Christmas? Why can't I find you?
It was so cute when Cindy Lou Who sang Where Are You Christmas in the live-action How the Grinch Stole Christmas, while her music since then has been anything but cute. Before age 20, Taylor Momsen retired from acting with the end of Gossip Girl to concentrate on The Pretty Reckless.
I'm alive, never was a girl with a wicked mind.
The hard rock band undeniably capitalized on its frontwoman's reputation as a wholesome child actress, but with her powerhouse vocals and stage presence, The Pretty Reckless have consistently blown up rock charts. They've also collaborated with Warren Haynes, Tom Morello, and Soundgarden, while Momsen herself was featured on Evanescence's Use My Voice, with Lizzie Hale and Sharon Den Adele. She's definitely grown up and into a bigger star than ever.
Do you remember the girl you used to know?
Number 5. Jack Black. Undoubtedly a lifelong showman, Jack Black has always stood out with his explosive comedic energy. Then he took it to the studio and the stage with Kyle Gass. The comedy metal duo Tenacious D released their debut album in 2001 to massive commercial and critical success.
And we played the first thing that came to our heads, just so happened to be the best song in the world.
A loyal following quickly gathered as Black brought music more into his movies, culminating in 2006's Tenacious D in The Pick of Destiny.
We challenge you to a rocker.
Not only a rock star in his own right, Black is a respected scholar of heavy music who's jammed with some of the biggest names in the game, and with accolades and blockbuster tours, Black is as fearsome a rocker as he is a lovable movie star. Number 4, Jared Leto.
She's all I need, and that's what I said. I call her Dad.
After his breakout on the ABC teen drama My So-Called Life, Jared Leto developed a steam as a quietly intense method actor. He effectively turned up the volume as the frontman of 30 Seconds to Mars. Formed with his drummer brother Shannon in 1998, the band has explored everything from complex alternative rock to art pop. This evolution has been met with a vast fan base, dozens of awards, and a famous legal battle with EMI Records. Leto's rock career became so all-consuming that he would regularly step away from acting. He's had a prolific, if controversial, comeback since his Oscar-winning performance in Dallas Buyers Club, but 30 Seconds to Mars still has fuel to spare. Number 3, Ariana Grande. There wasn't much spotlight on 15-year-old Ariana Grande when she displayed the range of her talent in the 2008 Broadway production of 13.
I remember the day that I went for my first audition. Aaron was just coming out of his and he had been told he got a call back.
She got her big break as the quirky Sam Valentine on Nickelodeon's Victorious. It was around the 2013 premiere of the spin-off Sam and Cat that she returned to her first love, music. The album Yours Truly debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200, astonishing audiences with Grande's immense vocal range. As the following albums and tours saw greater success, acting became less of a priority. Grande is now one of the leading pop icons of her generation, though she returned to the screen in the 2020s with no loss in the chops that made her.
I'll help you be popular. You'll hang with the right cohorts. You'll be good at sports. Know the slang you've got to know.
Number 2, Drake.
Tell me anything but the truth, cause I don't really know if I can take it now. Tell me anything but the truth, can't figure out how I'm supposed to make it now.
Jimmy Brooks on Degrassi: The Next Generation isn't exactly starting from the bottom, but look where Aubrey Graham went after releasing a series of hip-hop mixtapes under his middle name Drake at the height of his small screen fame.
But it's another story over here Drake has, cause I'm dripped up and I'm draped at and I'm lean back, scoping, looking for a woman that I should wife.
Ever since he signed with Young Money Entertainment in 2009, he has achieved the record of most solo albums to debut at the top of the Billboard 200. Drake has thus become one of the premier stars in hip-hop, as well as a global pop culture icon.
Just as a reminder to myself, I wear every single chain, even when I'm in the house, cause we started from the bottom, now we're here.
He still appears on the screen occasionally, but has not really acted since 2014. Drake has simply become too recognizable in music to play anyone other than Aubrey Graham at this point.
Slimy you out, slimy you out, slimy you out.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Jennifer Lopez.
First of all, we have a new fly girl coming all the way from Bronx, New York, Miss Jennifer Lopez.
From humble beginnings in the Bronx, Jennifer Lopez fought to stand out as a backup dancer and chorus singer. After some small acting roles, she became a sensation as the star of the Latin pop legend Selena Quintanilla Perez's 1997 biopic. Lopez then took the mic for herself nearly 2 years later. The triple platinum album On the Six gave way to relentless smash hits that defined 2000s pop.
And you've got to have it all, but first there are some things you need to know.
Contrary to some misconceptions, the affectionately nicknamed J-Lo never formally quit acting. Her music and cultural stardom just overwhelmed her still lucrative screen career so much that fans forget what came first. All they know is that you don't get to be J-Lo without a smart career trajectory and plenty of crossover talent. Who are your favorite actors turned musicians? Sing your praises in the comments.